Wow, the lighting in here is currently so terrible. Let's get some lights. Okay, getting our shit together for the month of March. Let's start where I always start, which is on my computer. And the first thing we're gonna do is actually a little bit different than, I've never really shown you guys me doing this, but this is me getting ready for March book club. So I try my best to, as early to the beginning of the month as possible, send out the book club voting. I run a book club. If you guys are interested, you can, I actually don't have the join link in the description, but I'll add it to the description if you guys want to join my book club. We run it through WhatsApp, and they get to vote every month on what we read. I put together the different books that are up for a vote, and this month we have Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I feel like this is a very popular title, and I don't know how I still haven't read it. It's a young adult dystopian, but I've heard like incredible, crazy things about it. I think the series is completely finished now. He might be adding to it still, but I don't think so. And The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzin. I think that's how you say her last name. This actually used to be Raylo fanfic that was redone and put into a whole new world and universe. It's a whole thing, but yeah, Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzin. I'm really excited about that. Guanzin. And then one for my enemy by Olivia Blake. Can I say anyone's name today? Probably not, but one for my enemy by Olivia Blake. These are the 3 ones that we sent out, and I already have votes rolling in because I just hit send on this link, but I wanted to show it to you guys. Yeah, I send this out. You guys are getting top secret. These are the results. Oh my gosh. Send these out, have everybody vote, and I'm gonna give them until I think, let's actually take a look and decide when everybody needs to vote by. I think I'm gonna give them till March 4th. That's when the official date will start, which is gonna be on Monday. So they have like a week to vote. And I need to also make some little graphics and post them on my stories so that anybody who's interested in joining this month to read one of these books can join in and vote on books. Next thing we gotta do is head over to my Notion. I haven't started my mood board for the month of March, and I need to probably go in and look at, actually I do. I need to go in and look at my February. Okay, we did have a Valentine's Day dinner. I did have a romantic night with Ethan. We went and on a train, actually. We went on a train, it was really fun. And I also went to Changing Hands. I didn't go to the Natural History Museum or crochet with my friends or for my friends, but I just ended up being in like a crunch for time, so it didn't work out. February is a short month, but I'm proud that I got 3 of the 5 things done. Also, I plan to go to the Natural History Museum this month. We were going to go, and then we ended up, it's a long story. I didn't get another tattoo either, and that's something I added to the board last month. We need to make our March board. Let's actually make this full size. Here we go. And this is where March is gonna go. Oh my goodness. Okay, page. So we make a new page. I do have a physical planner that I still do a lot of things in, and this is more daily stuff. This just keeps me going week to week. I don't look at Notion every week. I do think about it a lot, but I'd say I look at it like once or twice a week. This I look at pretty much every single morning unless it's a weekend. Actually, I use it on the weekends too. This just keeps this is more like a task tracker to make sure that I'm doing all the little tiny tasks I need to get done to accomplish the bigger picture. Perfect, add an icon. I don't wanna use just a regular like March clover. It is the first month of spring, so I'm gonna just use a little leaf. Okay, we're gonna do columns. We're gonna do 4 columns. And now we need to go over to Pinterest. Well, actually, let's take this first because I know I wanna read this book this month. So this is gonna go in our mood board. This is The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, and it's literally borderline going to be, it's like in my Amazon cart basically. So I know we're reading that this month. So I'm gonna add that to the mood board. Let's go over to Pinterest. What do we want March to look like? I have been really into Studio Ghibli movies, and even though these are not necessarily like anything to do with like how my month would go, I'm just like really obsessed with Howl's Moving Castle right now. Like it's like one of my favorite things, and all this fan art is so cute. It's so cutie. I want to stop me from putting this on my mood board. Like, what does this even represent for the month of March? Nothing, but we're taking this picture of Cal and Calcifer. That's going on the mood board. Hi, March. Does it make sense? No. Oh, whoops. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Okay, what else do we want to do in March? It is Women's History Month. I don't know. Let's just search March. Mood board. Such weird things are coming up. Okay, flowers, yes. Those are in for March. Ugh. Maybe specifically Trader Joe's. I kind of want to go to a farmer's market. It's the first month of spring. You know what I really want to do? I really want to go thrifting and get my like summer wardrobe together. Let's find pictures of girls thrifting. Perfect, that's great. Love that. What do I want to wear? I don't even know. The only way that I can describe my current sense of style, and I promise you this is gonna make no sense, is collared shirt. I don't know. Should I take this art one? This is very cute. Maybe I'll do something like that. I love that it's like art and flowers. It's giving very girly vibes. I'm definitely enjoying that. I want to put out a lot of videos. Oh, book haul vibes. I kind of like this. That's cute. I guess we'll just take this vlog camera. We'll use that. Okay, let's stick these in here. They really have, you know, see, this is why this has no rhyme or reason, guys. Like, where is she going with it? Nobody really knows. They're doing art. Here's me at a farmer's market. What is this one? I think this is thrifting. Yes. Okay, honestly, let's put some of the goals right here. So to-do list, we make a to-do list. I'm gonna say thrift, summer clothes. And then in parentheses, collared shirt, question mark. I don't really know. I don't think I spelled collared right. You know what I didn't do? Full width on the page, that's what I want. Cool. Maybe I do want a 5th column actually. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, thrift, summer clothes, collared shirt. I do want to go to the Natural History Museum. And then I want to produce one piece of digital art, like in Illustrator. Let's get one more goal. You know what we really wanted to do? I really want to go to an escape room. What do we got? I'm gonna just take these girls' photos. And then we have escape room. What else do I want to do in March? What else is happening in March? I feel like I'm missing things. Let's get like a quick quote that I think would be good for me to look at in March. Let's see. The most powerful muse of all is our inner child. Love that. And this, just because it's taking time doesn't mean it isn't happening. That's a great reminder. I love that. Perfect. It's a very green month. Add a cover. Let's change it to a green cover. I think this is good. This looks great. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head on over and insert all of my numbers for my YouTube channel, and then also start my video planner and plan videos. I'm not gonna do that with you guys on here because I don't want you to see what's coming next. Anyway, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we're getting a handle on the month. Starting this is the first glimpse I get of the next month, and it makes me feel really together, seeing it all and going, okay, like this is how I envision it. This is what's coming next. You are on a tripod right now, like a tall one. You're probably wondering why you're not like sitting on my desk at our usual angle. We just finished another vital part of my monthly reset. I just recorded my January and February reading wrap up, which I don't know if it'll be up on the channel by the time this video goes up. Hopefully it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but what I read in January and February is going up on the channel here in a second. So that is exciting. I read 8 books, I think, in the last 2 months, which isn't that many, but it also kind of is. I DNF'd 1 book. I think so it's 9. If I include the DNF, which the DNF was Manacled, and that was like, honestly, I deserve to have that on my reading list because just the fact that I read that far into that dark romance, like I deserve an award for that. Anyways, the next thing I want to do in our vlog for monthly reset is I want to kind of clean out my closet. Here's my closet. It might not look like that much of a mess, but there is a lot of junk in here. In Arizona, it's March in Arizona, and in Arizona in March, basically winter is starting to be over. Like I am on countdown of how many days I can wear long sleeves. And it's gonna be like by April, absolutely not. There will be no more long sleeves in my life. I realized this winter that I'm not even fucking you, maybe 40 or 50 hoodies. I need to get rid of them because I don't even have a long enough winter season to wear all of them. And this winter, I like only took some and put them on hangers. And while they were on hangers, realized like, okay, the amount of long sleeve clothing I have, like I'm not even wearing these. Like certain ones never got worn. So I need to be careful about which what I decide to keep in my closet. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to get rid of, I'm just going to clean out my closet because a lot of this stuff, it needs to go because I'm just never going to wear it. And I know that because it was just winter and I didn't wear any of it. So I'm going to do that. I also have like a lot of sleep shirts that I just never wear. Like I have a giant stack of sleep shirts and I only ever make it to about here and I never wear the bottom ones. So I don't know why I have so many, and also those need to go if I'm no longer wearing them. So that is what we're going to do right now, is go through all of my clothes and get some trash bags and get ready to donate some stuff to Goodwill. I don't know if you guys have watched Who the Fuck Did I Marry on TikTok, but I found a compilation of all the videos on YouTube, and that's what I'm watching while I'm cleaning out my closet. I have quite the stack, and I haven't even gotten to my backlog of clothes that are up here. There's like jeans up here that I wore years ago that I was like, I feel like I'll keep it. I might go back to it. I really liked those. I have not worn them in years, so those need to go. I've got like, again, the sleep shirt pile. I've got, I don't even know what's over here, a pair of slacks I haven't worn in like 3 years, so I have to go through that now too. And this is already so much, and I just look at how many extra hangers we have. In all honesty, I still could get rid of more hoodies, but like a lot of these are either my most well-worn or like a little bit sentimental in some way, and so they're staying. There's also cardigans in here I probably won't wear. I got rid of a lot of sweaters, and I just didn't wear any sweaters this year. Like I wore this one for Galentine's, and then I think I wore this one a couple times. It says dinosaurs on it. It's inside out. Honestly, let's flip that inside out. I just didn't wear very many this year. I wasn't a big sweater girl, and I also have a lot. So I lived in Washington for like, I can't remember, 3 or 4 freaking years. I have a lot of clothes that I wore while I lived there that I have here now. And in Washington, you have like an actual, you know, winter, and you need to wear like a sweater and a jean jacket most days. But just in Arizona, you just don't have that. I also like, I literally have 6 jean jackets in here, and I will usually just put those on top of a lightweight long sleeve shirt, and that's literally all I need. If you haven't cleaned out your closet for spring yet, do it, okay? Because I have found so much stuff in here that I'm like, why am I still holding on to this? I know for a fact I have not worn this quarter zip. This is one, remember when these were big? You know what they are. I haven't worn one of this in 2 years. Like, why is it in my closet? I either literally toss it or I'll take it to the cabin. So I'm making some piles, because at my family cabin, I'll like keep clothes up there that, you know, I might not wear now, but like I could see myself wearing at the cabin if it was cold or whatever, or they are like good to get dirty in. But we're gonna move on to up here, and I'm gonna put Who the Fuck Did I Marry back on. Not only have I cleaned out the closet successfully and gotten them all bagged up, but I've also done all my laundry. And now I'm going to sort through the clean clothes and decide what of my clothes in this clean laundry is also going to be going. I know there's a lot of sleep shirts in here that like honestly have just seen their last day. They need to go. So we need to go through here, make sure we get rid of all the things that need to be gotten rid of. That's what I'm trying to say. And also another thing with getting rid of all these clothes, my style has changed a lot recently, and like what I feel like I'm going to be gravitating towards this summer is a lot different than it has been in the last 3 or 4 years. I have a whole cart of clothes like to buy that I have like been shopping for and looking for, and I think I'm going to be hitting order on those in the next couple, like probably on our next paycheck, honestly. And it's going to be completely different than anything that I have. So I just knew like I needed to get rid of some stuff because it's just not what I wear anymore. It's just not, this is not me anymore. I am now going to go drop off all my clothes at Goodwill, and then we're gonna go and get some new flowers for the house, because I have a bunch of flowers from Galentine's Day, which was literally like a month ago, but they were shitty, so they still look kind of okay. And I kind of want to fill all my vases up and have fresh flowers around again this month. So I'm gonna go to Fry's and we're gonna go pick up some flowers and kind of refresh my vases for the month so that my house looks all cutie. And we're gonna take down all of the Valentine's Day stuff that I have up, because I have a bunch of like pink Valentine's Day stuff up that we really don't need up anymore. Next thing we need to talk about, like we talk about in every monthly reset vlog, guys, we need to talk about my best year ever habits that I created in January and how I'm doing on them. First thing we will touch base on is journaling daily. Daily journaling. Now, I have learned to really love this habit. I'm still going strong. I think I've only missed like 4 or 5 days all year. Maybe 10 days all year is what I've missed. And that's like being like really, that's being really dramatic maybe. I don't even know if it's been 10 days, but I did find that this month in February, I was falling off a lot more than I have previously. Not intentionally, just because we had busy things going on and then I would get in bed, and I've gotten to the point now where it is a habit to journal every day, so I don't need to worry about me intentionally not picking it up, because I've kind of gotten to the point where like every day I know I need to journal, I don't forget about it. But if I get in bed at night and I know that I haven't journaled, like I just haven't had time all day, I don't want this to be a stressful thing. I don't want this to make me not, you know, I don't want to ever come to my journal in a place of like, you must do this and make it stress me out. So I am lenient with myself with this now that I have solidified the habit, and it is something I do every day, and I give myself some leniency. I do want to stay consistent as often as I can and try to journal in the morning. That's something I struggle with, is usually in the morning I don't wake up early enough to journal and do everything I need to do. So if we could do that in March, move this habit to the morning instead of at night, that would be cool. But also I like journaling at night better because then I have stuff to talk about. This also, I have journaled on days when I'm angry and it makes me less angry. I have journaled on days where I'm very self-critical and I'm less self-critical. I have journaled on days where I'm really battling self-doubt, what I want to do next, and this grants me so much clarity. I cannot emphasize enough how much daily journaling has really done for me. And I feel the difference on days when I'm angry and I come to my journal and I say, oh, I'm angry. I just need to get this on the page. Like, let's just write it down. Especially because sometimes you can be irrationally angry at someone in your life and you start to write the things down, and you can like, when the words are in front of you and they're solid on a page and they're not just abstract thoughts in your brain, you really start to think like, maybe this person didn't do anything wrong and I'm just stressed out about something else. Or maybe I'm just having a really hard day. Or maybe this did really bother me and there is a problem and I need to talk through it with this person. And like, this has been the best tool for that. Every decision I have made this year has been made because of my journal and me sitting down, reflecting, thinking these through, and I'll pull them over multiple days in a row. If it's something that I'm really having a hard time deciding, I will journal about that same exact situation for multiple days in a row and think about what's best for me, how will I proceed with this, whether it's a decision I have to make in my life, a relationship I'm struggling with, anger at myself, inwardly, whatever that is. And this has also helped me battle bad thoughts, because when I have negative thoughts and I'm very self-critical and I write them down and I read them, I just think about how mean that sounds, like to say that about myself, and I can correct those thoughts really easily when I'm writing them down. Something the journal has also started sparking this month, which it's crazy that it's only been 2 months because it feels like it's been longer, is words are just kind of like coming to me more than they ever have before. I started writing short stories in my journal, like little short scenes. There's little characters I sometimes write about after I'm done with my daily entry. I'll be like, I had this idea. Little short spurts of like poetry, not really poetry, little short spurts of things, like little ideas just bubble up to the surface that I think are really eloquent or interesting, and I'll write them down in here. I'll stick sticky notes in here of things that I thought of that day, and I'm just loving this. I am currently, that's how much we have left of the journal. Like, this is what I've written. This is what we have left. Not much. I think I only have like, let's take a look. These pages are numbered, which is cool. Yeah, I have less than 100 pages left, maybe like 70 pages left of this journal. So we don't have very much longer in this, and I'll have to get a new one, which is like crazy to think about that I've already almost filled one. And yeah, I don't know. I love this. It's been great. Next habit, okay? Let's talk about my daily drawing habit. At the beginning of the year, I started in this little pocket sketchbook, and in February, I started mainly focusing on faces and the figure. Literally the whole month of February, I've just been drawing faces and the figure. I am really bad at it, not good at it, and it's been stressful. But just in the last 30 days, it's crazy. I think it's only been 30 days. I feel like I've been drawing faces forever. I've gotten so much better. Look how cute she is. And I came to a phase where I started realizing that I needed to like put my sketches in a bigger sketchbook, that the pocket sketchbook wasn't gonna work for me, because I started drawing on like regular paper and then just taping things in as I went, because I just didn't have the space to fit all my sketches in the little sketchbook. Especially, this one's not good, especially when I'm like learning and I'm drawing multiple things in a day. Some of the spreads are pretty cute, like this one's very cute to me, but as I'm learning and I'm having to do like, I started doing some like pose studies, like figure studies, where it's like they show you pictures and you just quickly draw them in 30-second rounds to try and get better at figures. The whole reason I want to get better at drawing figures is because I want to draw fan art. We all have our things, okay? And so I ended up moving into a bigger sketchbook. Now, I was going to buy an actual bigger sketchbook, like instead of just using a shitty one I had laying around. But I was like, you know what? We're not buying a bigger sketchbook until we prove to ourselves that we deserve a bigger one. And so this is one that I've had literally since I think 2016. And I have just absolute garbage inside of here that I haven't looked at in years. And I just started drawing in here. Sometimes I do multiple days on one page. Sometimes the page will just be a figure study. Sometimes it will be, look at this little elf girl, so cute. Sometimes it'll just be specific things I want to draw. Like there was a day, this day, I specifically wanted to work on hair. So I just drew a bunch of like hair. And there'll be days where I just draw hands, days where I just draw figure. I'm really bad at the figure. I'm terrible at it. These are my figures. And then days where I do gesture drawing, days where I draw Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. And then there's some days where I draw almost nothing. Oh, there's also been a lot of iPad days because a thing that's cool about the sketchbook that I am so excited about is it's really inspired me. I'm just gonna flash that really quick, not show you what's on it, but it's really inspired me for something else that I'm not gonna talk about, but I am documenting for the YouTube channel, so should it come to fruition, you'll get to see it. It started to just create ideas in me and ideas for large pieces, and that was something that I was lacking, and I just did not feel a pull to be creating things in that way anymore, and I was afraid it would never come back. It came back this month. Again, I just want you all to know this is a lesson in patience because like for the first month of January, I was sketching every day. And like when I look back at those sketches, they were so surface level and I hadn't really dug into the habit yet and really like gotten my feet wet or like started really inspiring myself. And when I look back at the early days of this sketchbook, I'm like, I really wasn't getting the most out of this habit, but it's because I was a baby daily sketcher. I was just now getting into it. I hadn't explored it. I was just trying to solidify the habit, get myself to draw things. And once I started drawing, when I started drawing, I was just drawing things that I felt safe drawing, that I knew I could draw well or that would boost my confidence. And then now that I've gone longer, I'm like exploring the figure, exploring characters. Like, how do I draw angry eyes? How do I draw happy eyes? How do I draw a nose like that I like? What do my mouths look like? What is my kind of, just exploring this, right? And I've mostly been drawing from reference, but some of it is just like characters that I'm just kind of free drawing whenever I feel like I can. And I think I'm like starting to see the most of the habit. So same thing with journaling, like I'm really starting to get more out of it than just the habit of doing it, which I was already loving it before, but it's like the fruits of my labors are starting to come through, which is like really exciting for me. So next, let's talk about the next habit, planning. I have been planning for 2 months now. I do not live in this planner, I'll tell you that much. Like there is weeks where it is not super full and I don't have a lot, but I do track YouTube videos and what I need to do on a weekly basis, and I'm always keeping track of tasks in here. I love this for that. I also do some commonplacing on the lined pages of these journals, like on this side, when I have things I want to jot down to remember. This has been a great tool for me. I feel like I can keep track of my tasks so much easier this way, and having all of the things I need to do written down really is helping me. At the beginning of the year, I thought that having everything down in one place would decrease my stress levels and make me not feel like I had to keep track of everything in my head all the time, and that has helped me a lot. And if you're a person that is good at keeping track of things in your head, look, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. I'm also one of those people, but writing it down will make you feel less stressed out. Even though you can do it without it, maybe doesn't mean you should. So highly recommend doing this. I do plan my months in Notion. I've been planning YouTube videos in Notion and stuff like that, and that's also been really helpful. I'm tracking all my stats in Notion, as well as you probably already saw in this video. I do my monthly mood board, and I kind of write down what I want the month to look like. I make a couple goals for the month, and then I see what I can accomplish. And literally when I do that, without even trying, it feels like I end up accomplishing those goals. And the way that I get so much more out of my month, something about 2023 that I really hated was I always felt like I was like losing time. Like the months were just flying by and I wasn't getting everything I wanted to get done. I felt like I wasn't really feeling the whole month. And it's only the first day of March today. So we've only been through 2 months of 2024, and I feel like I have lived 1,000 lives. I really do. I can't believe it's only been 2 months. I feel like it feels so long and I've accomplished so much already. And I feel like I've really taken stock of my months and taken back all that lost time that I was losing. And I have it now. Like, I can't explain enough how grateful I am for these planning tools. Next thing, and the last thing, my social media usage. I am still on the 9 to 5 social media clock, I guess. I still only have social media Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I will, now that I have significantly drawn back my screen time, I will go and sometimes watch a TikTok for my sisters on a weekend, or go look something up if I need to and not feel so tempted. I'm much more cognizant of when I've been on the app for too long. Like I, on my own, can just feel when I've been on, like when I open Instagram, it's not so much of a black hole anymore. I can be like, oh, I came to look for this, and I'm better at keeping myself on track. And I think that's just because I've untrained myself from being sucked into apps like TikTok and Instagram. I'm very rarely on TikTok. I have almost not opened TikTok at all. You won't see me on there a lot. I have came back more in February than I was in January. I'm posting videos on there more often, but not falling into it the way that I was. And I think because of that long stretch of time that I was not on there, it's been helpful. I still want to crack down on it. I still want to make sure I'm just as strict with myself in a lot of ways. I still don't use it after 5 o'clock, and that is something I'm so passionate about. I will not log in there after 5 o'clock and on the weekdays, and that has really helped me. Really helped me. I feel like it's gave me so much clarity, and that's the reason why I have all of these ideas and why I'm like able to fill a journal and plan and draw, and I'm like able to plan things with my friends, like do all this stuff. Like I feel like the boundaries I've set have really set me up for a successful year, and I can say it's February of 2024, and this has been the best year of my life so far. I'm really digging it. We're having a great time. I got picked up for some cool jobs in April, so we're gonna have a really cool month in April, which I'm very excited about. And a bunch of other stuff that I can't talk about with you right now, but it's coming, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And just know that I am feeling all the good things that I wanted to feel from doing this challenge and keeping these habits all year. So that's my habit check-in. If you're journaling alongside me or you're drawing alongside me, tell me how you're doing in the comments. I wanna know.